Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsea. I'm the one-woman show behind Petrichor & Co., a small little brand that makes handmade goods for the wild-hearted homebody. And for those of you who do know me, welcome back. We have different scenery today. So first of all, I just want to have a little introduction to Mr. Spooky Guy over here. It is officially October 1st as I'm filming this. You wouldn't know from the heat here in Texas, but that's just kind of how we do things down here. This guy here will be keeping us company while we do the vlog, so I hope you're okay with that because after today, he's going up in the tree over yonder to give nice spooks and scares to the whole neighborhood. Today, we are in my boyfriend's garage. Now, we're doing this because, as I previously mentioned in our last vlog, I am doing a little challenge this week to see how many journals I can reasonably make in a week's time. Now, today is Wednesday. It is October 1st. Monday and Tuesday, I was extremely busy prepping everything for today. So that means I was making like text blocks. I was cutting down all the fabric. I was cutting down the batting. I was cutting down the chipboard. I decided not to film that because frankly, it just wasn't that interesting. And that I feel like those are things that you've seen me do before on my vlogs. So I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I wanted to switch it up and have this be more of like a progress video instead of a process video, if that makes any sense. So yeah, let me know if you like this format a little bit better or if you prefer the previous format. I'm open to feedback. We have basically everything prepped that we're going to be needing, although I do actually need to make a few more text blocks. I ran out of paper, unfortunately, and so I had to order more. It's not coming in until today at my house. So that means tomorrow I'm going to be busy printing everything and binding everything together. Today, we're going to be prioritizing getting the chipboard and the batting fused together and then attached to the respective book cloths. I needed a little ventilation to do that, which is why we're in my boyfriend's garage, which he has so kindly, allowed me to use for this purpose. So yeah, let's get into it. It is getting very hot already. I'm like sweating right now, like October 1st too. I yearn for a cooler state. I do want to introduce you to a little friend before we get started. Maybe. Alrighty, friends. This is my boyfriend's dog, Navy, short for Navidson. His Christian name is really, though, Navidson Battleship Bean. Don't ask me why. I don't know where the battleship comes from, but the bean is because he is bean colored, like a little baked bean. Alrighty, Navy, do you have anything to say to the people while you're going to be helping us make all of our journals today? Guess not. You didn't like that, huh, Bubba? Alrighty, guys. Well, let's get started. Mr. Navy here is just gonna bust a fat chill in the shade, and I think we're gonna have a great day.
Camped out on the porch, trying to work this out. Raining in my head, but my body is a drought. I'm in a hole, just waiting for my momentary stride. Then I press the other way on Pharaoh's feet.
Alrighty, you guys. So, forgive me, can't find my microphone right now, but I have completed approximately that many. I'm about halfway through. I'm gonna take a little break because I don't know if you guys can tell, but my fingers are sticky beyond all repair. This is like a kind of sensory hell that I wasn't really expecting. Also, Navy's going head to head with a stink bug, so I think I need to go rescue the poor thing before Navy makes everything stinky, including himself. So, yeah, BRB.
Later at the derby, the line of the cars. All of my emotions are painted on the doors. I'm watching from the bleachers. I can feel the heat of fires. Drunk cars in the mud, and half of them are liars.
everything done and drying right now. This is actually gonna be part of my tent whenever I start doing markets, a little fold-out bookshelf. It's gonna be fun, gonna put the journals on it. And then I'm just also using my boyfriend's little air dry rack for laundry. So yeah, pretty proud of how everything went. Got it done really quickly and efficiently. I was a few chipboards short of finishing everything. So that kind of stinks a little bit, but that's okay. I'll order more and we will finish this another day, hopefully on Friday. But for now, I'm gonna head inside and eat something because I look like this and I'm grumpy and tired. So here we go.
Look around.
You take a break?
Mm-hmm. Am I still recording?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you stop it?
Can I zoom in on your face first?
Sure. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday, Thursday morning around 10 a.m. And I wanted to give you guys a little update about where I ended things yesterday and kind of what the plan is for today. So, yesterday, I made all of these. Behold the fruits of my labor. I genuinely don't know how many there are, and I kind of don't care to count them right now. It feels heavy, if that helps. So today, we're going to start assembling a lot of things, hopefully, fingers crossed. So, kind of backing up, the other day I ran out of paper to print the lines on for the text blocks. So I ordered more paper, and they just got delivered last night. I hate that I had to do this firsthand, but we can't do everything thrifted all the time. If that was the case, I would be putting out products so infrequently, and also just like would have a lot of whips, a lot of works in progress just sitting around. So, for the sake of completing this, I decided to order some regular paper. It's gonna be fine. I'm like beating myself up because it's not like fully sustainable, but listen, I say to myself, the majority of the paper was already thrifted. So was the book cloth and the batting and the ribbons and also the embroidery thread that I used to sew the pages together. So I think that if not an A plus in sustainability, I at least get an A minus because I tried. I need to print a lot more pieces of paper today and then sew a lot more text blocks. I think with the thrifted paper that I initially had, I was able to make 10 text blocks out of that. And I need far more than that because this stack is more than 10, isn't it? So we'll definitely get started. First order of business is to cut down and start printing all of the paper. Now, I'm a little worried I'm going to run out of the gray ink color. I do have like a really great printer that has like liquid pigmented inks. So I can print if one of them is out, but I might have to change the color. We'll see. After everything is cut down and is printing, I'm going to start gluing down the edges on these. So first things first, I have to cut the corners off. And then I'm going to be folding these over, gluing it down, and then kind of like tucking in the edges. So once that's done and once the text blocks are ready, I can case everything in together. It's going to be really great. And that'll be like kind of the final step of the project, apart from like putting on the iron on decals. So yeah, looking forward to doing all that. I feel like things are really coming together today. And I was also thinking a little bit about what I said yesterday, how I was like, oh yeah, like I didn't show you guys a lot of this process because I didn't think it was like very interesting. And who am I to say it's something might not be interesting to you? It's not interesting to me because I do it all the time. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of the process today because, like, while these check-ins are great, I don't want my videos to be only check-ins. I feel like that's a little chatty for my taste. So just let me know in the comments if you guys, like seeing process videos more than chatty, or if you like a nice balance between the two. Just let me know. I'm curious. Hopefully around noon to 1, once these guys are drying, once the text blocks are like printing before I start sewing everything in, I'll be able to fulfill a couple of Etsy orders. I did get a couple of custom vinyl decal orders last night, so I want to make sure that I get those made today. Hopefully shipped out today if I have the time, but if not, then I'll definitely get them shipped out tomorrow. I don't technically have to until Monday based on like my order fulfillment times or whatever, but I do prefer to get stuff out before the weekend, because things don't get processed on Sundays. So I might also show you guys that process too, because I'm not sure if I've actually shown the process for how I make my vinyl decals on here yet. So let me know if you like seeing that too. I don't know. I'm here for all the feedback that you guys can give me. I'm so grateful that you're here and able to give me feedback. Also, I do have plans this evening. I'm going to go get a drink with one of my best friends at my favorite bar that I haven't been to in forever. So I really want to make sure that we are done in a timely manner so I can clean up my apartment a little bit before I head out and like get ready. I'm straight up wearing my PJs right now. And that's why we work from home, but I don't want to go out in public like that, do I? So, yeah. God, this apartment's a wreck. Listen, I'm working with 625 square feet and it houses me 2 cats and a small business. So we're doing our best as far as messiness goes. It's just kind of inherent that things are going to pile up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe after this video, I'll have like another organizational, tidy up video. That might be fun. Anyway, I'm just yapping at this point, so I'm gonna let y'all go and wish me luck today. I really hope I get a lot done. Y'all, just wanted to have a quick little check-in. It is 1:30 right now, and unfortunately, I have still yet to glue these, and I was hoping I'd be done, maybe drying by now. I did cut the corners as you saw, and then I also ended up having to like kind of trim the edges here because the fluff was like getting in the way of the corner creases, and I didn't want like fluff sticking out of the corner creases. So that took me a fair bit of time, and I'm officially feeling cooped up and a little hangry. I'm going to eat some lunch, and if I'm still feeling a little cooped up, I was thinking I might take a little walk. I'm hoping that I won't feel cooped up by then. Like maybe just leaving this general area will be good enough because it is approximately 90 degrees today. And I just, I know it would be good for me, but I also don't feel like, getting dressed for the day, for one, putting on sunscreen for two. And for three, it's just, I don't want to sweat today. Again, I yearn for cooler weather. Okay, so clearly my mood is pretty poor. So let's go eat something. Post-lunch Chelsea is very different than pre-lunch Chelsea. As anticipated, I feel 1,000 times better. My mood has increased significantly. So let's keep working. I decided I'm gonna pivot because I just need a little switch up, a little break from the journals, and I'm gonna do those vinyl decals now.
But not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out every living thing. Every living thing. Who told you that you were no good? There's no use in trying, and even if you could, it wouldn't come out like it should. This stubborn kudzu just covers these words. Could you listen to somebody else? Will you only drink from the thoughts of yourself? Are you under the canopy spell? You're digging your heels and spread the disease. You're spreading the disease. Back up the drive a bit. Could you see what this is? This is a part of it all. Over and over, injustice to injury. This is a part of it all. Could you hike back to it, fight with it, sit with it? This is a part of it all. Ask around, be aware, make peace with what is there. This is a part of it all. Who told you that it was too late?
Chad? Chad? He's getting weird again.
Ah, got you. Hey guys, so I just wanted to check in with you. It is Friday afternoon. I have been super busy just kind of like sewing more text blocks and, gluing some things down. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update before I show you where we're at right now. So last night I ended up, grabbing a drink with my friend. We had some dinner. It was a great time. Got home around 9 o'clock, and then I decided it would be a great idea to continue working till 2:30 in the morning. I was genuinely having just the best time. Everything is really starting to come together. So I was very excited and didn't mind staying up. That being said, of course, that means I slept in a little bit today, but that's okay. I had the best time last night, and you know, it's also just good for the soul, I think, to sleep in every now and then. To show you where we're at now, this is one of them. And I just placed the text blocks in here. They're not attached yet. I just placed them in here to make sure like all of the sizing was good. I'm so pleased with how these are turning out. So they are disembodied right now. But what I'm going to do next is, hold on, let me try a little something amazing. So to finish this all up, we are going to attach the mullen here on both sides to the bookcase and then glue in the end pages here and then attach that to everything else. I think I'll be able to get all 10 of these done if I prioritize a little bit and make my measurements correctly the first time. Who's to say if that's going to happen? I'm not the best at measuring. Even though I do measure thrice and then cut once, I'm still like, that didn't work out. Turns out you do need mathematics in your adult life. I was never very good at that. So, we do our best. We are definitely going to have 10 done by today. I will show you guys how everything looks by the end of the day. I'm saying we're going to get all of them done. The books themselves are going to be done. I don't know if I'm going to get to the decals today. That's okay. My boyfriend's coming over later tonight. We're just going to have like a nice little Friday evening dinner here. So I don't think that I will have time to do the iron-on decals before he gets here, but that's okay. That's going to be like a very quick little thing to do next week. Okay, here we go. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Monday, the following week, and I wanted to give you guys a little update on like where we ended the week and also address the elephant in the room. First and foremost, I wasn't able to quite finish everything that I was planning on finishing on Friday. Big shocker there. So again, part of this video, like part of this challenge was the purpose of like finding out how long things like actually take me. So this has been a very illuminating, very good week. So I was able to attach the journal pages or the text block, as I've been calling it, to the journal case. And basically, I have 2 steps left, which is to cut and, well, I guess 3 steps left, cutting the end pages and attaching them to the text block and the journal case. That way, they'll be fully finished on the inside. And oh, there's a blue jay. Pretty. And then I'll be able to finally finish everything off completely by applying the iron on decal that's going to say journal in Old English font. Moving on from there, let's address the elephant in the room, my thumb. So, little story time. Over the weekend, I may or may not have slightly, just a little bit, cut off the tip of my thumb. And listen, I know that sounds so dramatic, and it was. I'm fine. To answer your questions, no, I didn't have to go to the hospital. I didn't need stitches. I won't be severely disfigured for the rest of my life. Yes, it hurt so bad. I'm okay. I am just going to have a very obvious bandage for a little while, and I probably won't be able to use this thumb very adequately for the next couple of weeks. That being said, we're going to do our best to work around this video. So please bear with me if this very obvious bandage becomes a little odious to your tastes. I promise it's not here just because it has a purpose. So this morning, while I was kind of like taking stock of what I needed to do today and fulfilling a couple of orders that I got over the weekend on my Etsy shop, I realized that I really needed to get some more cardstock because I wasn't super pleased with the cardstock varieties that I had like assigned to certain colorways to be the end pages. So I went ahead and went to Michael's because I also needed just like a couple of other little odds and ends, as well as some like I wanted to start looking for some fall decor for markets coming up. Do I have any on the books? No. But do I have faith that I will? Yes. And worst comes to worst, it's just going to be nice little decor for my house. But I digress. So I went to Michael's and I was able to find this cardstock paper here, which has some really nice little earth tones to it that is going to match a lot of the journals that I have. And I'm especially looking forward to these because it's going to be easy to find these again and again. It's, thrifting everything while very romantic in nature doesn't always lead for the most consistency when it comes to certain products. So it'll be nice to know that like these are going to be a great color that I can work with in the future and moving forward. And while I was also at Michael's, I ended up getting some silver foil iron on vinyl. And the purpose of this is because the vision for completing the journal is to have the word journal written out in Old English letters with like a foil vinyl iron on the front. So I had already purchased a gold one and I was just kind of going to use that like across the board, but I realized that it didn't look the best with like certain fabrics that I have. So I wanted to get the silver one so the cool tone colorways can have silver and the warm tone colorways can have gold. So that'll be great. But moving on from there, I really think that Michael's is being like affected by the tariffs because while I was looking for some fall decor for my market setup, I was looking at the prices at some of these things and they were just absolutely absurd. It was like this cute fall basket that was just like a wood wicker style basket with like a little fabric inside was $45. And then, the like little foliage or garlands were like 20 to 25. So I thought that was a little ridiculous, and I also like the price. I needed some scotch tape, and the price of their scotch tape was like $6 for one roll, which I thought was absurd. So I ended up going to Hobby Lobby. Now, I don't always shop there, but it's great in a pinch. I do prefer Michael's just like as a consumer, but they did have some really great stuff. So I did get my scotch tape. It was a $2.99 party roll. So there are two of them. $2.99. Like, let's be so for real. And while I was there, I was able to find some really beautiful cardstock for a specific colorway. So I was able to find this beautiful, like a mulberry, dark, like purpley burgundy cardstock, which I'm going to use to finish up this journal in particular. I'm not sure if you can really see like how the colors complement each other, but I think that this is going to be absolutely gorgeous. And while I was also there, I decided to look at their fall foliage. They had a 40% off sale going for like fall decor. I got two of these like 6 foot long garlands. They're kind of like woodsy and just like have fall colors on the ends. And I thought that they would be a really great fit for the aesthetic of my booth that I'm really going for. So They were $8.99 each before the sale, and then after the sale, I think I was able to get them for like 9 or $10 total. So I called that a huge win. So yeah, that's a little errands haul today. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on finishing these guys. I genuinely do think that I'll be able to finish everything today. Unlike what I said on Friday, do not listen to me. I am hoping to be done at a reasonable hour. Tonight, I do have a grocery pickup at 6 o'clock that I need to go out and about for. And frankly, I don't want to work much past that. Tonight, I really want to watch some Halloween movies and decorate for the season and maybe bake a little something. I don't know, feeling a little ambitious. So yeah, we'll see how the evening turns out. I might just keep reading, like you see over here, my little Kindle on its stand. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping at you. Let's get going. Hey y'all, so it's been a couple of weeks since I finally finished all of these journals and filmed for it, and I'm editing the vlog right now, so I just wanted to wrap this all up and kind of give you guys the actual answer for how many journals I can make in a week's time. While I was filming this entire process, I kind of gave you guys a little bit of a play-by-play while we were in it. And I shared with you that if I hadn't prioritized such a large quantity and just doing everything for all the materials that I had, I probably would have actually made more journals because, I made about 35 of the bookcases on the first day. And really at the end of the week, I only have 10 that are completely finished. So in the meantime, between finishing this project and filming this part, I went back and figured out how long each individual step takes me. Now, I won't bore you guys with the details of this because there are, I think I'm not exaggerating, about 20 individual steps to complete these journals. Now, I've divided those tasks into active and passive times, right? Because there are parts of this where I am actively, like, sewing the text block together, making the book cloth, right? And then there's the other part, which is the passive part of making these journals, where I'm just waiting for things to dry. There's a lot of adhesive that goes into these, and to make sure that they are dried before I move on to the next step, which is very, very crucial so things don't shift, I have to wait a lot of the time. Now, I'm gonna spare you guys from like the nitty-gritty details of how long each of the 20 tasks take me, and instead just talk about the kind of like categories, like the text block, book cloth, and iron-on decal, and like what time frame that looks like in the active and the passive categories. So I'm gonna use my handy dandy little list here. So for the active times, my text block took 55 minutes of active participation. The bookcase takes 46 minutes, and the decal takes about 2 minutes. So in total, that is an hour and 43 minutes that I'm actively working on these journals with no breaks. As for the passive times, when we're letting things dry or print or what have you, I have an hour and 30 minutes just for the text block. And then I have 5 hours for the bookcases themselves. And then about 30 seconds for the decal. So I didn't necessarily add that 30 seconds. I just kind of rounded up to the next minute when it comes to the passive times for these journals. And that is a grand total of 6 hours and 30 minutes. So altogether, from start to finish, if I was working on one at a time, it would take me 8 hours and 13 minutes to complete one. Now, of course, I wanted to see realistically how many of these I can make, but also what a realistic price would be for these. So I work off of about $30 an hour. That is a livable wage where I live in Austin, Texas. It factors in things like taxes and health insurance, right? So for the active time, an hour and 43 minutes times 30 is going to be 52.50. Now, if we were to factor in the passive time for this, that would be on top of the 52.50 of actual time it takes to make these things. 6 hours and 30 minutes times 30 is $195. So both of those together would be approximately $250, more specifically $247.50. Now, obviously, that is a ridiculous amount to charge for a journal, right? So what I think I'm going to do is factor in the active time that it takes me to make something, right? The materials costs, obviously. And then I'm going to add probably about $10 on top of that for, overhead costs like listing fees and, the time it takes me to source all of my materials because I thrift a lot of these things. And that's going to leave us at about $75 per journal. Now, I think that this is a super fair price considering I literally do all of this by hand. And I understand that that's not necessarily like an attainable cost for most people, especially with the economy being the way that it is. I would think twice before spending $75 on a journal. However, I do think that there is a little bit of wisdom just in the business sphere of things where I have some products that are very affordable, right? The majority of the products that I sell are stickers and bookmarks and art prints, right? Those can range anywhere from $3 to about $15, right? And maybe about $20 for like my finer art prints. Now, that's not a lot of money, and I would have to sell a ton of those every month to be able to make rent, right? And as part of my larger goal, which I talked about in my second studio vlog, I think, I need to make a livable wage by the end of the year, or else I need to get a part-time job. That being said, I think that it makes a lot of sense to have some higher priced items. I think that there is a very specific market for these, and I think it's going to be for people who really value something handmade. I think that they are so special because of the time and the energy and the care that I put into these. And I think that there is a certain, subsect of my ideal like customer that does appreciate something like this. They appreciate things that are handmade, that take time, the slowness of having objects to cherish rather like quality over quantity, right? I'm really excited to see how I can make this more efficient as time goes on. Now that I have a better idea of like how long each step takes me, production will be a lot more seamless. And I think that it'll be easier for me to kind of quantify how many of something I can realistically make in a day. So, yeah, I'm probably going to close out the vlog here, you guys. Thank you so very much for coming along with me. I know that this was a really long one, but I'm really excited about how these turned out, and I can't wait to show you guys. I'll do a little like outro with a little montage of all of the finished journals. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave comments about the questions I asked earlier, right? Like, do you like more process or more like progress videos? And also let me know if you want me to do a tutorial for these. I think I'm going to, but I just want to see if like any of y'all have any sort of interest in seeing how these were made. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. It means the world to me that you guys made it to this point. I know that these vlogs are long and chatty and all of those things. So thank you so very much for watching. A forehead kiss for you, my friend. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.